Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm a Christmas tree, and this is the Nerd OD podcast. How are we doing, everybody?
I know you say you're a Christmas tree, but because you have got your Skype background where it's very poorly cutting you out, it just looks like you've got a one of those
Listen, Dan,
those like bowl hats.
Dan,
Yeah, it does.
Dan,
Yeah.
I'm a Christmas tree.
Okay, take your word for it.
He does look a bit like you're a big Oasis fan in the 90s.
Yes, that's it.
One of those bucket hats.
That is it. Kangol bucket hat.
What I like about the background is nice. I know that you said wear a Christmas jumper or a Christmas theme thing, and I realized that I don't actually own any Christmas jumpers, that kind of thing.
Oh.
What I do own, though, is a jacket for the gift that keeps on giving, which is Nerd OD, all year round.
You just like
all
to be
year.
crafted. Like, if you could
I
have Dave on a t-shirt, you'd have it.
I have had Dave on a t-shirt before.
You also could just put a bit of tinsel over your shoulders or something. But
You know,
no.
I got no tinsel in the house. No tinsel in the whole house. I got a Christmas tree with no tinsel. It's the first time ever. I'm shocked.
But I don't have tinsel on our tree either.
I can't with either tinsel. It would
What
be gone.
is going on with you people?
I know. I'm liking your tree, Dan. Is that an actual tree, or have you got a background like?
No, it's a tree. Yeah, sorry.
All right,
It's a fake tree, but it's a
No,
tree.
I couldn't work out whether you had a better quality background going on than what Sean had, and it was actually just a blank wall behind you. So
Maybe I had my green screen on. No, I know. It's just a green curtain.
Chilling out outside the McAllisters, waiting to
Wow.
break in.
Yes. For all your audio listeners, go onto our Facebook or YouTube and watch the video version, because this is a rare occasion where we're actually doing a video podcast because it's Christmas. It's our Christmas special. It's the time that I look forward to every year, apart from that one year where we weren't doing podcasts.
I was thinking back to Christmas. Was it 3 years ago now, when Geek was wound down and Nerd OD was born, or was that
You
2017?
came round to my house, and
2017. The 3 years
It
ago.
was, and I was just in awe of your American voice all the way through that podcast because I listened to it
because
days ago. I was like,
when
wow.
Stan joined us, he was just the Whiskey and Words man.
Indeed.
It was.
But Reg, I've been in awe of you ever since. So
And also, that festive period was the very first time we come up with the idea of Reg After Dark.
we do, and I'm still waiting
Still
for it.
haven't done it.
Still
At
waiting
some
for it.
point, it's going to
Number
happen.
one fan right here. Number one fan. I'd be the first on the subscribe button.
That's before OnlyFans. So now that we have OnlyFans and we have an idea of Reg After Dark, I mean, synergy, right?
Oh, God.
I mean, Reg, what would your wife think about you being an OnlyFans star? I mean, she cool with that, or?
I think she'll probably be the only subscriber.
I mean, if it's bringing in
Not-
Bill,
Not the only one, Reg. Moving away from our, the tension that we have between ourselves, I want to say it's Christmas. And what's the one thing people always joke about getting at Christmas time?
Big
Play
blankets.
55.
Socks.
Okay, not any of those things. The other thing,
Cool.
COVID.
pets. Obviously,
Oh,
you all said pets, right?
Yes.
Like cats and dogs for Christmas under the tree,
Okay.
puppies in a box. Well,
Nice.
guess who is adopting a pair of kittens tomorrow?
Ah, Sean, you're getting 2 more kittens.
No.
Oh,
I do disagree with the fact that he's not changed the names, though.
I feel in the same way that a sailor would not rename a ship, I feel that you can't rename an animal that has already gotten used to a name.
How old are they?
About 3 months.
Exactly.
And what are their names?
Yeah, but you wouldn't rename a baby.
Yeah.
You would adopt
No,
a kid and be like,
no,
oh, you were Jim, now you're Steve.
I would say that is young enough that I wouldn't mind, but it does depend on what the names are.
Wait, if you were a cat, or in the sense of being an owner?
An owner of a cat.
They're celebrity cats, which I didn't realize at the time. So, long story short, we were looking to get a cat or two, found these ones who are in the RSPCA, the Wirral and Chester branch, which out in Wallasey, which, although closer to your neck of the woods, is quite a trek for me.
I'm
These
going to
cats-
literally walk down there tomorrow and get them.
Don't take my cats. I put my name down for them, filled in a form. I was one of 92 applicants, and we were chosen. I was like, 92 applicants for a pair of kittens. Why were they so popular? Because
Did they ask?
just things about how you would deal with them and what you would do and what your situation is. But so I But I found out afterwards, they sent me a link. Oh, if you don't know, they're actually kind of famous. Here's a bunch of links. So like articles and news articles, and ITV was one of them. And like one of the cats is called Lennon because he was found on what would have been John Lennon's 80th birthday on a road called Lennon Drive. So they called him that. Fair enough. Nice. And there's a smaller kitten that it kind of adopted almost.
Called
so they called it... different take on that story, but fair enough. Called Ringo. They called it Ringo because they were like they bonded together, but they wound up in all the papers because of that. And I'm like, they're weird celebrity cats.
And
although
that is an example of two names that I would keep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the world's biggest Beatles fan, but I quite like the Beatles. So
Benjamin wasn't originally called Benjamin. I called him Benjamin because I named him after H. John Benjamin from Bob's Burgers and Archer. Do you want to know what his name was before we got him?
Go.
Ben.
Bowie.
Oh, I don't think I could change that.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to. Was that before he died? I don't mean the cat.
Jesus Christ.
I mean David Bowie.
I don't know. Yeah, it would have been after. It would have been after he died.
Post-death, I couldn't change the name. Pre-death, yeah, I probably would have.
The girl who works in HR for us, not HR, in marketing, she got two cats. One of them is Bowie, and the other one is Simon, from Simon and Garfunkel.
Out of the two that you could pick,
why did she not call them Simon and Garfunkel?
And I think because the other one isn't there a cartoon called Simon's Cat or something as well.
Yeah.
So I think it's partly for that reason. But she's in the same thing of you because they weren't together. They just liked the idea of having these two cats. They got them both separately. But she hates the fact that one's called Bowie, but it was her fella who was like, if we're having a cat, he's being called Bowie. And she was like, oh, but I really want a cat, but I don't want it to be called Bowie. And he's like, it's either Bowie or Dave. It's one of those two. And she was like, we'll go with Bowie then.
Bowie was the one that died. His name wasn't Bowie, so what the fuck was his name?
Oh God, Sean's cat's been living a lie.
You're going to make such a great parent. It's like, I give my son a nickname, and I can't remember what his actual name is.
Because he told him he was adopted.
He had a brother with this other cat that died because I wanted to get two. One of them died. It was really sad, but I can't remember it.
Happy Christmas.
Pour one out for Benjamin's brother. Yeah, can we get happy? I was talking about adopting new cats. You're talking about cats. This is not good. I didn't mean for it to go this way.
I know now. It was Brittany. They didn't know he was a boy.
Oh, okay. Right.
I was really hoping you were going to say, I know now. It was Hitler. That would have been good. That would have been good. No, but
see that, but I know you can't see it.
No,
but no. Christmas, like, it's that thing about people getting cats and like, oh, a cat is for life, not just for Christmas. And it's like, I've been wondering for ages. I'm gonna get kittens for Christmas. It's gonna be very exciting, and then it's gonna be like really annoying because they're gonna be trashing the place and making a mess. But I've got a kid,
are you gonna wrap them up for Christmas? I'll stick them under the tree.
I worry if I didn't feed and water them.
Well,
no. It's my thinking, right? It's like, Reg, you're with me here. Like, you've kept a kid alive for 2 years. Like, cats, they can't be that much harder, surely, right?
Well, they're easy because they can leave the house whenever they want.
That's true.
And, wander in whenever they want. And you're really not that bothered as long as you've got bowls out.
They can feed themselves.
If I just leave the front door open and let Oliver just walk out and just come back whenever he wants, that's when I'm in trouble.
Yeah. Has science told us why human babies can't do anything until they're like a year old or whatever?
I know the answer to this.
Okay, science has told us then.
There is a scientific reason for this.
Okay.
Because for the human brain to have developed enough for it to be self-sufficient and be able to do the things for itself, the head would be too big to physically be born. So 9 months gestation is the maximum time a human baby can grow in the womb and be born. But at that point, the brain isn't developed enough. I think it would be they have to gestate for a lot longer, and physically they can't do that because they wouldn't be able to pass through the birth canal. So
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So animal brains generally don't grow very much.
Well, they've got smaller animals. Generally have smaller brains, so they don't need to be as big to be born. But a human baby, their brain would be too big and head would be too big to be born.
Wow.
So there you go.
Science.
Thank
you. I've always
That's your
wanted
Christmas gift.
Thank you. Oh, is that all?
It is the gift that keeps on giving. Wonderful. If he didn't have the Nerd OD hoodie on, he would not know that specific fact.
No, it's true. It's true.
That's the power. That's right. Power that comes from Nerd OD. More importantly, speaking of Christmas, Dave, guess who's playing Cyberpunk?
Reg. Well, Reg, I'm with you on that because I have it, and I have played it for a grand total of about 2 hours. And
you got your One X back, right?
So this is where Christmas gets exciting.
Okay.
So I got my One X back from Microsoft with a letter that basically says we checked it and we reset to factory settings. It says nothing else. I have no idea if they did anything to it.
Hate that.
I have no idea.
Is that not a default letter?
It's definitely a default letter, but they've reset it and they've tested it and it works now. It's not doing what it did before.
Working. Doing it off and on again.
Yeah, it works. However, we were working out what I could have for Christmas. This is pre-cat. And we came around the idea that Lou was like, I don't know what to get you. You're not telling me what to get you for Christmas. I like the only thing I really would want would be a new Xbox with the Series X, but I don't really need it. But it's the one thing I kind of would like to have, I guess. And we were talking about it, bouncing back and forth, and I was like, you know what? I played a bit of Cyberpunk, and on the One X, Cyberpunk runs well. It looks good on a One X.
Yeah.
I can't speak for the Xbox One. The base model, because apparently there are lots of problems there, but for the One X, it does run well. It looks good. I thought about it, and I was like, I kind of would like a Series X. I kind of would like to get the new one because apparently it runs real good on that. And I was like, okay, yeah. And Lou was like, if you want to get that for sort of like your Christmas birthday present, then we can make that happen. And I was like, my wife hates new technology. Like she likes tech when she's using it. She likes the usefulness, but she does not like new technology in the house. She's like a wild animal. She has to get used to its smell, kind of be used to it in the room, kind of skates around it until she's settled it. So the fact that she said yes to it, I was like, holy shit, this doesn't happen. But then I was like, oh, crap, I've missed the pre-orders and everything else, so I'm gonna have to wait until January or February to get one anyway. I was looking online, everywhere's sold out. Obviously, everywhere's got no stock, and on the off chance, again, this was her idea. She was like, well, why don't you just there's a Curry's 5 minutes from here. Why don't you just pop in and just see? And I was like, yeah, they'll laugh me out of the building. They'll be like, nah, I haven't got any of these. Crazy. But I thought, okay, I'll go and check. So I went to this Curry's down the road from us, and I was in there, and the guy was like, can I help you? Traditional Curry style. He's like, shark, going to sell you some stuff. And I was like, I know this is a silly question, but I was like, Series X stock? What's going on with that? And he's like, come up here. I was like, what?
Took you around the back and laughed at your face.
Yeah. He said, we're not publicizing this as much, but we are getting small numbers of stock in. And because as soon as they tell people about it, the scalpers are buying them all up.
Persuasion.
Apparently. All the scalpers are getting them in. So they would know when stock was coming in. So the staff would go on to try and buy it, because they would want one for themselves. And by the time they would get on the phone lines to order one, they'd be number 6,000 in the queue, because scalpers were clogging up the phone lines with automatic calls and shit. So they're like, we can't, it's not sustainable. And they're going for double on eBay and shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, so what we're doing now is we're only getting a few in at a time. Same with the PS5 and everything else. We're only getting a handful at a time. But if you're willing to put your details down and pay now, when it's here, we'll put it aside for you and you can come and collect it.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, okay. So I'd gone to Curry's on an absolute whim. It's like, oh, maybe we'll see. And then I gave them my money, and I'll be collecting my Xbox either tomorrow or Sunday.
Nice.
You gave the guy money at a till, right?
I paid a card into a card machine.
Okay.
I did not pay a guy in cash at the back of Curry's. So
Right.
no, it's legit.
Sequential notes.
My other friend Dave, he went into Asda in the port on yesterday, I think it was. No, it was just before. He went in and he did near enough the exact same thing. He went up to the person at the entertainment counter because he went to buy a CD for Christmas, and then was like, silly question, when do you reckon you're going to get the PS5 stocks in? And the girl at the counter was like, I'm sure I've seen them in the back. and went in the back, and Rock went out. She went, "Is it this?" She's like, "Can I have that, please?" And she was like, "Yeah, sure." So we fucking bought a PS5, and you can guarantee that was someone's put aside for like Christmas, or like they're waiting for their payday or something, and he's just literally made sure like a 16-year-old kid doesn't have a Christmas present this year. But he's happy because he's got the Demon Souls.
He's got a PS5. So what are you going to do?
So
see, I'm still waiting for the so I can get Xbox All Access. So I need to wait for a pre-order thing from
online the game to do it.
Well, that was what I was thinking. Like I share accounts with a friend of mine. So that whole thing where you can set your home Xbox. So effectively, the way that he lured me from a PlayStation back into the Xbox fold was by saying we could share our accounts. So effectively, if you buy a game, I get it. If I buy a game, you get it. So I was like, okay, fair deal. So the all access thing, although it was great, it would come with Game Pass and with the live that I didn't actually need. So paying for it outright, it was kind of like, okay, it's a chunk of change, but that's mine now. Right. And Cyberpunk gonna look so good.
Yeah, I'm playing it on the laptop at the minute, and it's absolutely stunning on the PC. Yes.
Guess what I've started playing?
Shenmue.
I'll give you a clue.
Fortnite.
I don't think you'll be happy about it.
I've seen your Fortnite thing. I enjoyed Fortnite when I played it. I played it when it first came out, and I thought it was quite fun.
Battle Royale Fortnite or Fortnite?
Yeah, the Battle Royale Fortnite. Just before the sort of like it became the huge like sensationally big thing, there was like a few of us that jumped on and played it when it first came into like the early access bit.
So you don't play it?
And I was like, this is quite fun. And then we played about 12 matches, and then we were like, you know what? If we die at the beginning, we're literally sitting around waiting to jump on something else. Let's just, since we only get like one night a week to play a game, let's just play something else instead. So that's what we started doing. But it was fun for the first few matches, and like now they've added in all these weird, crazy fucking Marvel crossovers, and
Walking Dead.
Master Chief in it. The Walking Dead are coming in.
They've put
and Kratos.
The last update they've done, they put in an Amongst Us plugin. So when there's an Amongst Us game type, which is quite interesting. I started playing Among Us as well. It's really good.
Do you know what? We spoke about that game several podcasts ago, and I was like, "Ooh, I'll download the app." I downloaded the app, and I have never played a single game.
I've played it loads. It's good if you play it with friends, though, when you get like on Discord or Skype or something.
Yeah,
which is what I said we should have done.
It was a good idea, Dan. I don't want to talk to strangers, though. The whole idea of a game where I've got to communicate with people, I don't want that. So I've just been playing Gwent, because I don't talk to anybody. I just play my cards. It's fine.
No. Well, I completed. I mean, I've spoken to Reg about it, but I completed Andromeda, and I loved it. I actually loved it, and I've said it before. I hate myself for listening to the internet.
Yep,
hate it.
People hated it because there was no shepherd, but actually, there's a really good game in there.
Yeah.
So
I totally see, the faults with it, but as a whole, just the story and everything, I loved it, and I was almost disappointed that I thought, no, they're never going to follow this up. But it looks like potentially whatever this next Mass Effect game is that's coming out, it is going to bridge the two, and so. We didn't talk about this on the podcast we recorded today, and this is probably a week too late. We thought we'll wait till Dave is on, but so they dropped the trailer on the day of Muchos News, the day that Disney killed us all, and then also the Game Awards happened and Mass Effect trailer, and it shows very little. It's just a CGI trailer. They've got no gameplay or anything like that. But the little thing, I don't know whether you followed the narrative that I think he's the head designer or one of the leads at BioWare, and he said, all right, come on, ask me questions about it and I'll answer what I can. And he was given some pretty good like indications at what it's going to be. People are like, okay, I see two galaxies at the beginning. Does that mean we're going to get Andromeda and we're going to get Milky Way? And he says it was intentional. So that would make perfect sense. I can't see them being the sort of company that would just go, all right, let's forget about this story.
Yeah, because the thing is, Andromeda, like, for its faults, it was a beautiful game. There were some really good story elements. I watched the trailer. I watched it twice, and I resisted watching it loads more. Because the first time I watched it, I was like, oh my God, this is so exciting. And then the second time I watched it on a bigger screen at a higher volume. And like when it kicks in towards the end, I genuinely got emotional. Like I genuinely had a tear in my eye, because if that's Liara to Sony at the end of that trailer, I'm gonna lose my shit.
That seems to be
it looks
consensus. Like her. Yep, and she's looking older because she's a higher definition as well. You can see some wrinkles on her face, so that means she's older. Watching 4K, you can tell. So, and their race live like 1,000 years, right? Yeah. So it could be anything up to the 600 years in the future that Andromeda was set in, and that might be how they tie it in. And in the background at the end, when you see her, she finds this N7 badge. There's definitely a Krogan, and there's definitely a Solarian in the background, and there's something else which people aren't sure what it is, but it looks like it could be an Angaran, which is the race out of Andromeda. So potentially it's that. It's either that or a Turian. It's hard to tell, but there's loads of little things like that, and you see a Reaper in the background. It's in the Milky Way, stuff like that. So there's loads of little hints at it. And the nice thing is, it's not just been left. The internet's not just been left to say, well, it might be this, might be this. At least this guy on Twitter has said, he's gone just short of saying absolutely this is completely right. He's just said, well, yeah, it could be that, could be this, and hinting at it, which is nice. But it'll be what, 6-7 years.
Well, I think it's that thing of getting the Series X and knowing that Mass Effect Legendary Edition is coming out in sort of, is it March, April? I mean, they said spring, didn't they?
Yeah, spring. Cool. One.
If it is enhanced and optimized for Series X and the rest of it, I don't understand what it's going to blow my mind, because I'm used to it from older generation console. Not only are they bringing the game back, but bringing it back on a way more advanced console, in a time where I now own a 4K TV. I did not own a 4K TV back in 2012 because they cost about $35,000. So it's that idea of like, it's going to be and then a new game, whether that's 2, 3, 5 years down the line, whatever, like it's going to be nuts. It's just going to be, but no, I'm very excited.
I hope they use this opportunity though to cement one of the endings as the canon ending.
Yeah.
Because that was a nice thing, you got 3 choices depending on what you do at the end of it. And some people were happy with some endings and some weren't with others. But you need an ending really to sequelize it. So hopefully they use this opportunity to actually give us something new. So we'll see.
And it'd be too far apart for them to do what they did with the previous games, where the ending from one affected gameplay in the next.
Yeah, exactly.
But if there is a big passage of time, it wouldn't really make sense necessarily for it to do that. But
no.
Yeah.
More importantly, in the game award announcements,
yes,
did you see the fucking trailer for Sephiroth entering Smash?
Yes, it was awesome.
Right. Now, obviously, Final Fantasy VIII is the greatest Final Fantasy. That's my hill. I will fight everyone until the end of that one. But fair play to Sephiroth. He is one of the all-time greatest villains. And it was the scene that...
The spoilers.
I nearly literally choked on my coffee. The scene in the trailer for it is when Sephiroth's got his, I'm going to say the name of the sword wrong, but it's like the Matsuri or the Moshi fucking...
I'm going to take a guess there that is wrong.
The huge blade that's like 3 times the size of Sephiroth. And he's just skewered Mario in the trailer. So if you've ever watched Advent Children, or if you ever played Final Fantasy VII, you know that Cloud... That is the Cloud scene where he literally skewers Cloud, and Cloud looks up and he's like, holy shit, like Cloud is going to get killed. Got that. But then when the silhouettes fade away, it turns into it, he's just got Mario's dungarees coming through, and he's just But the minute I seen that scene, I was like drinking my morning brew. I was like,
they just killed Mario.
But it's like that. That was such an awesome scene. I was like, you know what, that wins probably trailer. Like that was amazing. I love the fact that the guys that made Left 4 Dead are doing a spiritual sequel called Back 4 Blood.
Yeah.
It had got a load of guys that worked on Left 4 Dead, so it's not just someone trying to cash in on their on their game idea. It's them going, I know we can't make Left 4 Dead 3, so here's Back 4 Blood.
I wonder if Left 4 Dead, I'm trying to think about it, like whether that was the first proper, I mean, like, I know it wasn't that long ago, but like the first proper like co-op game that I played with strangers. Like I don't remember a lot of games around that time where you would, join a game with random people and you each had a control of somebody in that kind of, outside of like a, a multiplayer, like a Call of Duty or that kind of stuff, but like a cooperative play style. I don't remember any others around that time. I feel like that may have been the first one I played.
The first one I played was, do you remember when Xbox Live first came out on the first Xbox?
Yeah.
And it was on you had to download, but you had to get there was a CD, there was a disc.
Yeah. It came with Mech Warrior.
Mech Warrior,
Yeah.
but it was also that
Dorito Heatwave.
the bike game as well, the motorbike game. What was it called? But there was a motorbike game, and that game was the one that I played to death.
All right. I thought you were going to say Fusion Frenzy, and then I was going to leave the chat.
Oh, Fusion Frenzy was so much fun.
Fusion Frenzy was the game that launched with the Xbox because Bill Gates' kids loved it.
Yeah, it was fun. I remember I must have played that countless times, me and Dave, with his little brother and stuff. It was one of those games where you could take the full excuse me, the full advantage of having the 4 pads connected to the Xbox. It was great.
Just a quick thing. 7 hours ago, IGN posted an article to say that Mass Effect Legendary Edition is now available for pre-order.
Oh, okay. So it's got a date.
This was spring 2021, so that's still quite a wide date. But
this is now where we lose Dave for the rest of the episode. So we'll start doing the Christmas quiz, and Dave's like, "Look what I've just bought from the Bethesda stuff." I'm like,
Dave, no, I see it. You can pre-order the Mass Effect Trilogy remaster right now.
Speaking of the Christmas quiz,
do you want to do it? Are we? Is it time? Yeah, we're half an hour in. Why not? So. We often do something like this, I'll bring a kazoo round and I'll play some music and you have to guess the music, or Sean will put a weird plastic thing in his mouth and try and say rude words.
That comes up on my time hop every year. And
I love it. It's so good.
With laughter.
It's weird. I watched that podcast recently, and it's not often that I'll go back through our own stuff because it's it's us. I don't want to watch myself, but I love that episode. That is so good. That's one of the best Christmas ones we did. So I did something a bit different this year. I'm going to call this Festive Faces. And you don't know it, but you guys helped me create this. So I've sent you a playlist. If you can go onto that and get ready to open up number 1. So basically, some of these are very easy. Don't get me wrong. They're just clips from Christmas films, and I want to know what the film is.
Oh, okay? God, I'm not going to know any of these.
So don't say out loud what it is. I want you to write it down, type it in on your phone or something like that, so then I can know whether you got it right or not. So, is everyone ready on the playlist?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. You don't need sound, but sound might help. So, okay, ready. No, I'm just going to play the video on the screen, so don't worry about muting.
I'm going to deck your halls, bub.
We did one at a time, right? Remember?
Yeah, one at a time. Just one first. Have you watched?
Oh,
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll stop that one.
Pretty
All right,
cool.
okay.
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Did you recognize the lead character?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did I look?
You changed the face.
Yeah, to me.
How did you not
Oh, was that
notice
you?
That was the point of this. So I used that face swap app, and I've taken these clips.
I didn't even realize.
I've taken these clips and I've put basically one of our faces, or 2 or 3 or 4 of our faces on these clips. Well, my favorite bit is when Arnold Schwarzenegger's laugh comes out of my mouth.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, well, but go on. Okay, so has everyone written down their answer?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, show me.
I can't.
All right, just say then.
I'll skip that one.
Okay.
Jingle
Just
all
say
the way.
I've got Jingle All the Way.
Jingle all the way. Sean?
Jingle all the way.
Okay, we've got a point each. Okay, clip number 2, please.
Okay, Eddie.
Look at that.
Got it. Should I say first because I write them down?
Who was in that clip?
I was in it. I see.
Yeah. The weird one is the weirdest one in that is Dave. I think Dave looks freaky. Dave looks like Dave, just with more hair.
Yeah, it is quite bizarre.
I think you're Randy Quaid. So go on. What film is it?
I'll say first because I can't show my screen. So
Okay.
it's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yep. You got that?
That's what I've got. I accidentally went on the auto plays and goes down the thing.
Oh,
so
no worries. It's all right.
But that's
Dave, you're muted.
Okay.
Dave, you're muted.
Just saying me as Randy Quaid is terrifying.
Yeah. Okay. Go to number 3.
Hi.
Okay.
Move on. Shall we?
I just look like a baby in a suit.
You got good hair there, Reg.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, Hugh Grant's hair.
Reg for Prime Minister.
Right, I think that's good because I think that is what I've got down there,
Right.
maybe.
Go on, Sean.
I put Love Actually.
It
Love
is.
Actually.
It is Love Actually, cool.
Okay, nice.
The thing is, I was like, it can't be Love Actually because he hasn't chosen the sign thing. That's the only way I would have got it.
Right, this one I flipping love, especially the bit where this person is standing in their underwear. Not because I'm being pervy, because it just doesn't fit the person I. Go on, just watch it.
Don't wanna be all by myself.
Who is that? Is that me?
It's Dave.
Oh yeah.
I never looked so good.
No, absolutely.
Oh, stop.
I didn't think that was a Christmas film.
It is. It's as
There's
much a
no-
Christmas film as others that we could debate here that we won't.
We won't debate that.
It's. You want the answer?
Yeah.
It's Bridget Jones.
Bridget Jones' Diary.
Yeah, Bridget Jones.
Yeah. All right. Well done. Okay. Number 5.
I don't own that kind of underwear, just for the record.
No.
Bob Chapaska,
Right, this is me and Reg.
welcome.
Yeah, and I think that's accurate.
Performance in any way. Performance? You know, the performance like sexual? Excuse me? Are you saying there's something wrong with my gear? I'm sorry, your gear? My fuck stick.
That's a good one. That's a very good one.
Got it. Oh, we saw this film last year.
Okay. Everyone got it?
Yeah.
Go.
This is Bad Santa.
Bad Santa, yeah.
Yeah,
Never seen it.
Santa.
I've never seen it myself.
It's really.
It's really good, mate. You need to watch
does
it.
not inspire me to watch it, to be honest. Okay, number 6. This one's low resolution, so it's hard to see your faces, but kind of works. I can just make out Sean.
Yeah. The thing is, I know I should know that, but the only thing I can recognise it from now is the Ariana Grande video that she did.
Oh, right, okay.
But I don't know what film is
Oh.
I thought you'd just get this instantly.
Me?
Everyone. I thought it was quite an iconic scene.
A meme about it this morning, in fact.
Does anyone know it?
Mean Girls.
There you go. No? All right. Oh, so Dave is 1 ahead. Okay,
Yeah,
on to number 7.
Thank you, the internet, for this morning's meme dose.
Dressing up as Santa Claus would be embarrassing. Hey, unless you're doing it for charity, then it's.
This is a tricky one.
Sorry. Tell Dad that I love. Oh, lucky. Put me down for $5.
That's me again.
This is quite a recent film. It wasn't particularly big, but it's got quite a lot of people in it.
Wait. I think I know what it is.
Is it The Holiday?
No.
I know who the actor is, so I'm guessing at the film based on the actor, but I don't know if that's right.
Reg, now?
I went for Christmas Chronicles.
No.
Horrible Bosses.
No. It is Jason Bateman, though.
Yeah.
It is Dave as Jason Bateman. And it's hard to tell, but Sean as the weird homeless...
You can tell.
Santa
You can tell.
It's Office Christmas Party.
Ah, okay.
Never even heard of it.
No, it was out last year before, maybe. But, yeah. Okay, number 8. This is all of us.
It's a good look. Again, it's a good look.
It's better as well.
Just like the ones I used to know.
I do love that one.
That is a good one.
Right. This is a tricky one because it's actually a very old film, and it's if you know them, it's going to be one of two films. If you know the history of that song, it's one of two films.
Is it It's a Wonderful Life?
Oh no, you've put doubts in my head there, Dan, because I'm thinking I thought it was a clear answer, and I'm like, wait, hang on.
Oh, It's a Wonderful Life's black and white, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It is. I know what you're getting at, but I'm going to stick with my answer.
Okay. Reg, do you have a clue?
I wrote down White Christmas.
Okay, Dave?
See, I said White Christmas, but I know that there's a trick here.
Okay. It is White Christmas. It's not Holiday Inn, don't worry. Holiday Inn's black and white. White Christmas is
I thought that was too obvious.
Yeah, I had no idea, but you played the music because mine's on silent, so because you played the music over here, I was like, I'm going to go for White Christmas.
I like it, I see. Okay. Number 10? Number 9, sorry. Number 9.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm here.
That's so creepy.
It really is. There's a bit in the second where he's got a massive head. There we go. The next to last clip is just bizarre.
It's amazing. I wouldn't have, this sounds really pervy, but I wouldn't have got it unless I seen that shower bit.
Right.
Because we literally watched it with Oliver, like not last night, but the night before.
Watches that scene over and over again.
It's just when he starts singing back and she's like, oh my god, you're in the bathroom.
Or the bit where Will Ferrell's in it.
Yeah, oh, that very last.
Everyone's got that right?
Miracle on 34th Street, right?
Elf.
Oh, you've just watched the wrong one. Number 9. What's number 9?
Oh, shit.
Oh, nice one. So number 10's Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah, go and watch number 10, guys.
Oh, I would have got it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
Okay. Oh, I wonder what this is.
You're welcome.
Oh, absolutely screenshotting some of these.
Number 11.
Oh my gosh.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Yep. Okay, now, I think this is my favourite one. And this is different. This isn't a film. This is a singer singing a Christmas song. I want to know who the singer is. It's really obvious, but it just looks so good.
It's my favourite Christmas song.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's play through in it.
I make a really good version of this guy. Like a really creepily good version of this guy.
That haircut works for you.
I know, I might get that. I'll show Ash in a second and be like, should I have that haircut? And then she'll smack me around the back of the head and be like, no, you're not 12. I'm like, okay.
There you go. So, Dave won.
Justin Bieber. What a pick.
One shy of a full house there, Dave. Hold on.
The same album name.
What's that?
It was the same album name. He did an album called Mistletoe.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh no, we're losing Sean. The connection's going. It's gone. Oh, such a shame. Happy Christmas, Sean.
Excellent work, Mr. Salmon. That was very, very good. That reface app freaks me out because it actually is very good.
I literally, my phone is just paused at the moment. Pausing the clip of just Miz.
Reg, please send that to Ash with just the tag "Shorty with you."
Just so you know, I don't like Justin Bieber. I just like that one song.
Yeah, tell it to the judge.
Swag.
As someone who can like Alphabet and stuff, I'm pretty sure that you like Justin Bieber.
Mm-hmm. And
don't put them in the same category.
When McFly came on stage, he did a little wee.
Did I remember being at the tent?
Well, I mean,
but at least your wellies turned mud from annoying into awesome.
In less than 5
I've just shared my favorite of your piece of work there, Dan. My absolute favorite piece. I'm just putting it in the Slack chat for us all to enjoy forever.
It's weird because it's just the head is just a little bit too big for the body.
That image is the gift that keeps on. The gift that keeps on giving. That image, man.
Christ, it's terrifying.
It looks like Doddy. It's scary.
Oh man, that's
wonderful.
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Very much.
I'm glad that worked. Good.
mean,
it was brilliant.
Still a bit worried, but that's fine.
My actual mouth is hurting from smiling. So
yeah.
I also need to stop that thing of me looking like Justin Bieber.
Well, here we go.
Man.
Well played, Mr. Sandman.
Thank
so we know what you're getting for Christmas, Dave. What have you asked for Christmas, Dan?
What have I asked for? I don't ask for anything.
Do you not?
But one, I'm not like, I demand this. This is what I want. And two, if you know me well enough to get me a present, you know what I want. Otherwise, we cannot be friends.
What do you want?
I can't fly over to Japan though and get anything from there at the moment, unfortunately.
Well, if you'd have thought far enough in advance, you could have got something mailed, Reg. Sorry.
Jesus, Reg.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. So we have myself and Shell have a £100 limit for Christmas and birthdays. That's generally what we spend on each other. Somehow she found a way around it in that a couple of weeks ago she went, here you go, present, and bought me the Lego roller coaster, which is it's RRP £300. It's got it just over 200. But still, I was like, but for this is for what? This isn't a Christmas present. This is just a present. And now, here you go. It's just a present. So
that's a sneaky, cunning way of doing it. I like it.
Because I didn't get it on Christmas Day means it's not a Christmas present. I mean, I'm not complaining. I've got a flipping Lego roller coaster which looks amazing, but yeah.
In the words of Leslie Odom Jr.'s character Owen in the show Central Park, a loophole is the best kind of hole. So there you go.
I thought you were going to go with a Jurassic Park quote of "clever girl."
Life finds a way. Life finds a way. Shell finds a way. There are several ways you can get that in.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch Central Park.
It's great. I'm saddened by the controversy, so I'm not sure if I can ever quite enjoy it the same way again.
With the Kristen Bell controversy.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I can enjoy it quite the same way after that. But oh well, that's me.
I'm just going to rewatch The Office until my TV breaks.
Fair enough.
Jesus Christ.
I can imagine.
Why? Just no. There's so much. I know for a fact that you've got Netflix and Amazon Prime, and I think Disney Plus as well. You have no excuse to rewatch The Office for the 15th time. You have got so much content to watch.
I've got Plex. I can download whatever the fuck I want.
Are you downloading in my head? You're downloading The Office. You're playing it and you're streaming it from a streaming service, and you've got the DVDs, so you can try and
listen to the soundtrack,
exactly,
or the audiobook version,
so you can consume it.
The podcast, one of the two podcasts that talk through every episode of The Office,
both at the same time, one in each ear.
Yeah, I'm rewatching it. Go fuck yourselves.
Sean, it's not about me. It's about you and all the content that you're blocking out with more watches of that show.
It's my comfort blanket. I'll come out.
We will allow you to watch the Christmas episodes.
That's all you get.
Yeah.
I have noticed a distinct lack of fun Christmas specials this year.
Well,
community
partly because there's not actually that much new content that they've been able to make. There's a fair bit, but compared to previous years,
didn't think about that.
what I'm afraid of, or what I was afraid of happening, was just getting inundated with Zoom style sitcoms and dramas and stuff like that. I know there's a couple, like the Vicar of Dibley's done one, haven't they? So there's a whole, like, and I think they're just shorts, but still, it's just, I mean, I've not even seen anything like that. I watched one episode, in fact, of that David Tennant thing that was on on Netflix, which was all right. It seemed to do an all right job with it, but that was enough for me.
Yeah,
it's almost overdone before it's even started.
Speaking, well, because it's life, isn't it? It's too much like real life.
Yeah. This is all right because this is reality.
Yeah. Speaking of Christmas and special things, Christmas Chronicles, as you mentioned before, Christmas Chronicles 2, I watched the other night.
It was terrible.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
We watched Noel on Disney Plus, which is a new Disney Christmas film it's got Anna Kendrick in it, so I'm already quite happy. And she plays Santa Claus's daughter, and Santa Claus dies, and her brother becomes a new Santa Claus, but he's not very good at it, so he runs away, and she has to try and save the day. And it was very Disney. It was very, very Disney.
Have you all seen Klaus?
Seen what?
Klaus.
I did watch that, yeah.
No.
Yeah, most of it.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I sobbed.
Guys, just real quick, Reg, is your house haunted?
Yes.
You've been visited by the ghost of Christmas past?
So 3 fun facts about this. So Oliver's room is just the coldest thing you could ever imagine. So it's like a walk-in freezer when the rest of the house is actually hot because the heating's on and stuff. It's just creepily cold. And every now and again, you'll keep seeing orbs and stuff on the little baby monitor, just like rag around on it. So like that's a bit like unsettling. And then the other night we were in bed and you could hear the stairs actually like creaking as though someone's walking up the stairs. So like shut out of bed and there's no one there. And I'm like, well, that's really, really bizarre. That though, Dave, I won't lie, that was Ash sneaking under the video so that she didn't get caught on the camera before she goes to bed. She's just putting some stuff in the kitchen.
She thinks we don't see the door opening.
Well, yeah, she didn't think about the door bit. But our back door, Dan, you're aware, is this like a barn door?
Yeah.
So it
top half, bottom
half. But the rain has absolutely smashed it that much that there's a huge gap now from where the wood's sort of withering. So the slightest bit of wind picks up, and because my kitchen door is right next to it, it just goes and just opens up. So I'll be watching like a horror film or something, and then all like intent like on playing on something, all of a sudden the door just go and I'm like, ooh, don't do that. Don't do that.
I love the idea of you playing like Resident Evil 7 like on PSVR. Back when you had that, you're like fully in the moment. Then you hear your door opening behind you, and it's like, ah.
Yeah, it's not fun, especially when you know everyone's in bed. It's a horrible, horrible feeling. But yes, so in effect, it is haunted, and we don't know what we're going to do about that. But it's very quite unsettling, especially because that used to be the room we used to pod in. Wow. So I think maybe it's angry that we don't pod in there anymore, and it's lonely because it doesn't hear our conversations. It's only got an Oliver to talk to.
Or it's the ghost of G.E.E.K.
It could very well be. But we got Oliver to watch so he hasn't been one for films, as we've discussed previously, apart from Toy Story stuff. But now having Disney Plus and hit towards Christmas, I was like, it's time for the one and only Christmas film that needs to be watched that's on Disney, and that is The Muppets Christmas Carol.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm like, he's got to love this. Forgetting how dark A Muppets Christmas Carol is. Like he sat there for ages like this. I thought this was going to be fun. Dad kept on saying this is going to be the most entertaining Christmas film you're going to watch. It's going to be brilliant. And he was like, until all of a sudden, like the Muppets started properly coming into it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is good." Like they're all singing, it's all quite happy now. And he sat through like most of it, so I'm like, classing that as a win. And then we put Elf on, and he loved Elf. He thought Elf was brilliant. So it's like That's good. And on Sky, they've got the animated one, the CGI one, the musical, which they use from the actual songs from the musical. They get him to play in the animated and stuff, and he watched that and he absolutely loved that. So that's a really fun thing for.
That's got Sheldon doing the voice, right?
Yes.
Yeah, another one.
Yeah,
I forget the guy's name, but yes.
It was really, really fun. So we've been watching that, but we've been thinking of loads of new Christmas stuff for him to try and get onto. But all he wants at the moment is Baby Shark. It's now 3 years past its due.
Yeah.
Where everyone was like, "Oh, we're finally over the craze now," and I've had a kid, and my kid's now old enough to he's now figured out how to use phones properly. So he flicks onto YouTube Kids, and then he scrolls, and he's like, "That's what I want. I want the rave version of Baby Shark." The rave version of Baby Shark. I then want the disco version, the normal version, the sign language version, just every kind of thing. So all we have for a good hour and a half solid is 2 minutes, because he doesn't even listen to the full thing. He gets to the bit when it's like, run away, and you're like, what's the animation flat? Cool, skip to the next one. And he gets to that bit, and you just get to that bit non-stop.
I've never got that far in that song.
I was like, oh my god, I swear I'm learning in different languages.
I went down a bit of a YouTube rabbit hole the other day in that epic rap battles.
Yes,
they put up it was Harry Potter versus Luke Skywalker, and it's an animated Lego version. It's like stop frame animation. It's amazing, absolutely amazing animation. Good, so good. And it said at the end who made it, and I was like, oh well, let's have a look at their channel. And I went over to it and started going back through their videos and checking them all out. And there's some really good quality stuff here. He's recreated trailers, or he's done sort of fan films. He's done a whole Batman series, and they are absolutely amazing. And I went right the way back, and his channel's about 10 to 11 years old. And I got to the bottom, and he started doing this when he was 13, 14, something like that. There's all these really low quality stop frame videos. Spooky door again.
The spooky door's back.
Yeah. But about a year after he started, he had 3 videos that each got about one's on about 120 million views, one's on about 70, and one's on about 60. Can you guess what they are? These are very, very famous animated YouTube classic videos along the same lines as Baby Shark. That's what made me think about it.
Crazy Frog?
No. And the duck walked up to the lemonade stand.
Oh no, please don't. I've only got a song in my head.
You don't know the duck? You look confused, Dave. You don't know the duck song?
I know the duck song.
What a moment! What a moment for his camera to freeze. Yes, that's it. Hey, got any correct? He made those videos. It's just weird that I don't know. He went from that to these, and watch it. Go on the Epic Rap Battles channel and look at these Lego animations. This is a guy who just got fairly lucky by making this one animated thing of some nursery rhyme, whatever that he heard, and from there it's just, I don't know, that's been his career now, and he's absolutely pivoted into this amazing stuff. It was really bizarre just scrolling down and going, he's the duck guy.
And then he waddled away.
Waddle. Yeah.
Till the very next
Have
day.
you watched all 3? Yeah, the second one he goes to a convenience store and tries to get some gum, I think, or some, I can't remember, grape flavored gum, I forget. And then the third one, he gets the guy from the lemonade stand to go and talk to the woman at the convenience store so that he can go in and ask her for some grapes. So it's really weird. Anyway.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Anyway, is it time? Is it time to wrap it up with our usual?
I think it's time.
Our usual way out.
Time to do Christmas.
Yes. So we always do a song. We're always here in person, and I get you and Sean, or you, or all of us last time. Now Dave gets involved. We all do it to do a song, and it's okay in person because you can hear everyone else singing and you can be in time. But on Skype, I don't think it's possible because of the delay. I feel like we're all going to be singing over each other, and so here's a little pre-recorded / post-recorded, because we haven't done it yet, video, hopefully, of us singing a lovely Christmas song. We decided, we've done a lot of Christmas songs and we're nearly running out, but one that we haven't done yet is, what's it called?
Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day.
Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day by Wizzard. I think that's a good one. So here we are. To play us out, it's the Nod Quartet. It's the Bare Naked Bards.
A Christmas tree wizard hat.
Yes, perfect. Oh, there you go. Now you've flopped your front down. It makes sense. So thank you for watching, and we will see you next year. But next week. But next year for another Christmas special. And also don't forget to watch our Nerdo D&D Christmas special, which was fan-flipping-tastic.
Yep.
I've not had so much fun playing a game in such a long time.
No,
you made it special. You made it special.
So much fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was the whole setup, and when you started talking about it, it was like, are we just doing Die Hard? I'm like, oh my god, is this going to be a festive Die Hard? And
I was waiting for us to get onto the roof of the building. But anyway,
it was incredible
to find out whether you got on the roof or not.
I was so happy. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you for making it happen.
Thanks, everyone. See you next time.
Thank you. Hope you get everything you want and you deserve, because it's been a tough year. So let's go out with a bang. Yeah. We love you.
Hey, don't end 2020 that way. Bye.
Doodles.
This is going to be embarrassing as all hell. I'll sing the theme. Do, 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 do.
When the snowman brings the snow, well, you just might like to know, put a great big smile upon somebody's face. If you jump into your bed, quickly cover up your head. Don't you lock the doors, you know sweet Santa Claus is on his way. Well, I wish it could be Christmas every day. When the kids start singing and the band begins to play. Well, I wish it could be Christmas every day. Let the bells ring out for Christmas.
When you're skating in the park
and the storm clouds make it dark,
put your rosy cheeks, gonna light my weary way.
Now the frosticles appear
and they've frozen up my bit. Wait.
So we'll light the fires till the sleet simply knocks them all away.
Well, I wish it could be Christmas every day. When the kids start singing and the band begins to play. Well, I wish it could be Christmas every day. So let the bells ring out for Christmas.
Let's see what I've got this year, eh? Oh, yes.
Hello, Benjamin.
Oh, Christmas Groot. Christmas Darth Vader.
I hope you're all having a lovely, fabulous time at Christmas, because that's what it's all about. Me and Mr. Giraffe.
What's this one? Oh, the lyrics coming back in. Hold on. When the snowman brings the snow.
Oh, you just might like to know, he put a great big smile on somebody's face.
So if Santa brings that sleigh all along the Milky Way,
I'll sign my name on the rooftop in the snow, then he may decide to stay.
Well, I wish it could be Christmas every day. When the kids stop singing and the band begins to play. Well, I wish it could be Christmas every day. So let the bells ring out for Christmas. Right, let's have a look. It's little, but doesn't always mean bad. Oh, no way! Dad's gonna be in this video against his will. Oh! So, what did everyone ask for Christmas? Me? I asked for everyone to have such a fun, loving time, because that's what Christmas is all about. Why don't you give your hold on. For Christmas. It's not COVID, promise.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Fuck me.
When the snowman brings the snow. When the snowman brings the snow. Yay! Merry Christmas, everybody! Thank you. Merry Christmas.